welcome to Gutty Cars. Today I've got a double delight for you. Firstly, you're going to get to see a little bit of my super sneaky back route home for when I can't be bothered with the motorway or when it's too nice a day to be sitting in a car baking queuing. And secondly, you'll also get to experience the delight of being conveyed in a Vauxhall Vectra SRi, and this is the super tasty 2.2 version. Okay, so where to start? Previously, my daily beater was a £200 Alpha 156 1.8 twin spark. It had many advantages. Firstly, the double wishbone suspension. The front of it meant that it was a great B-road blaster. Also, the interior was absolutely fantastic to sit in, bar the squeaking front seat where the driver's seat rubbed against the centre console. That aside, there were some major disappointments with the Alpha, chief amongst which was that 1.8 T-Spark. It was about as sonorous as Susan Boyle. It was flatter than a pancake, and it really just did not inspire any desire in me to drive the car in a spirited manner. So, what have I done to resolve this situation? Simple. I took my £200 Alpha and got shot of it. And in its place, I bought £150 worth of Vauxhall Vectra. Yes, I am actually certified. I only get out for 2-hour slots to be able to do these videos before I'm taken back into care. Anyway, I digress. So what did my £150 get me? Well, it got me, as I say, a 2001 Vauxhall Vectra. It's the SRi, so it's got super duper shiny body kits, along with tasty 16-inch alloys, running on 205 55 16s, a nice easy tyre to buy, but it also gives a fairly comfortable ride. Speaking of ride, the suspension in this car is in considerably better condition than it was on the Alpha. There are very few bangs or thunks from it, even over the most undulating of surfaces, and that makes it a wee bit more confidence inspiring. However, on the negative side, the handling isn't a patch on the Alpha. It's got a fairly simple McPherson strut set up on the front, and especially in the wet, the front end is prone to wash out. Excuse me a moment, this is a rather complex bit and I'm trying to pay attention. There we go. We have got round that corner without any injury. Always the bonus. I wish you could see the view that I've got at the moment. No doubt you will later on in the video. But it's absolutely fantastic and infinitely better than the M80. I recommend that you try and find this super sneaky back road if you're up this part of the world. By all means, let me know if you want to know what it is. I can tell you it's much more entertaining than sitting in nice long queues of traffic next to other people who are bored and fed up after work. So, a wee bit more about this car. It's got 93,000 miles on the clock. I personally have put about 1,200 miles on it so far. I bought it from a gentleman down in Gatwick. You'll be glad I've called him a gentleman. And it was literally a case of, I saw it online, phoned up, spoke to the seller, flew down, picked the car up, sight unseen, and then decided to take a wee bit of time touring up the road to bring it back to Glasgow. There's more details on what we got up to whilst we were down in Leeds and at Bletchley Park and also at Tunbridge Wells on the blog, so feel free to have a look. As it is now, I've got pretty used to the Vectra. I find it quite comfortable to sit in. The seats are easy and to adjust and provide decent support all round. My good lady finds it simple enough to get herself comfortable in it as well, which is good given that she moans like Billy off her back sore. And currently, over the last 3 tanks, I've had one tank of 39 miles to the gallon, one tank of 37 and one tank of 41, which I'm sure you'll agree is quite impressive for a car of this size fitted with a 2.2. That does bring us quite neatly on to the actual engine in this car. Now the 2.2 that's in here, I'm pleased to say, provides a most pleasing dollop of torque. It's available from pretty much idle, and the car pulls cleanly in all gears. It'll quite happily pull 5th from 20 miles an hour, which makes it an absolute doddle to drive in stop-start traffic. It also revs quite happily to about 6,500 or thereabouts. I think I've heard better Spice Girl records than I have with the sound of this SRi, especially given that this is supposed to be the sporty one. It's got the odd sort of square-shaped armature back box on it, which appears to do absolutely nothing for the noise of the car. Certainly this is one area that my tiny little 320i with its 6-cylinder 2 litre has a significant advantage. It might not have as much power, it might not be as quick, but it sure as hell sounds a lot better, and that's a key component in a decent driver's car. Talk a wee bit more about what this road is like to drive on and what the Vectra is telling me. This could be a short section. First up, what the Vectra is telling me. Nothing. Absolutely hee-haw. I can't really tell what the front end's doing at any particular moment in time. It's very much like playing a PlayStation. You just sort of turn the steering wheel and the car appears to go where you want it to go. Certainly it's very noticeable that in the Vectra that it's 3 turns lock to lock for the steering, as opposed to the 2 turns lock to lock that the Alpha had. That is a bit of a disadvantage on a nice twisting back road like this, but it's also a significant advantage when you're doing humdrum things like trying to park. The lock on this car is significantly better than the Alpha, so we're grateful for that. There we go then, I'm nearly home now. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Check out our website. Thanks.